What's up, my beautiful people? Happy Wednesday. Hey, family. Come on in. Come on in. Yes, thank you for the disclaimer, sis. Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyrights Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, education, and research. Some things that I say are allegedly not a guaranteed fact, my personal opinion and observation. Welcome in, my beautiful people. So I saw nobody was live at this current time. I normally try to schedule my lives even if I'm late. So I said, let me borrow some time from my supporters. Let's chop it up and let them pick a topic. We could touch on so many different things if you guys like. I know one of the things that Sherry said she wanted to touch on was the Jackie Christie and her sister Chantel. Lord, they act like sisters, but her daughter Chantel, that situation. Um, okay, Sherry, well, I'm gonna wait till you come back and we'll touch on that, sis. Let me know when you come back in the room. Okay, sis Rashida. So we have a goal today, you guys. We have a small crowd, but I know y'all care enough about Ashley D to help her meet her goals. I haven't been meeting them lately. Um, my goal today is 12 super stickers. Let me see. I hope I greeted everybody. I see my sis Popeyes was the first in the building. My sis Lynn Ross in here. Hey, ladies. Sherry, let us know when you're stepping it back. My sis keeping it real. My sis Sonya in the building. Rashida had to step away for a second. So Sherry stepped away for a second as well, you guys. So it's open topic. What would you guys like to discuss? You guys pick the topic and I'll elaborate. Whatever you like to discuss, I'm here for it. Let me know. Thank you. Love that chicken and Popeyes. Thank you, boo, for my first sticker. You guys, we have so much stuff going on in these YouTube streets. If you did not catch TC Live, please feel free to do so. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Any blessing is a big blessing. Thank you so much, Queen. Are you back in now or are you stepping away for a second? Because I will touch on Nateria. Welcome in, boo. It's good to see you, Queen. I will touch on that topic. If you already back in the building for now. I will say it is very, very disheartening to see a mother and a daughter behaving in that manner on TV. You know, I don't know if Shawnee set the stage for Chantel to think she was going to take her mother's place if she exposed her, if the critics caught on to her and they liked her more and they supported her. You know, to be honest, I don't agree with every decision that Jackie Christie has made when it comes to her daughters. I feel like she was color struck. I feel like her browner skinned daughter caught the rougher end of the stick. And she hasn't made up for that. I feel like she lived a completely different lifestyle than Chantel and her brother. And I don't think that that's cool. You know, when it came to her daughter feeling like her mother was color struck. Now, at one point in time, Chantel tried to make it seem like she had this wonderful relationship with Jackie. And she was on Basketball Wives quite a few times, backing her mother up and supporting her. Specifically as well when it came to the Drea situation when she was supposed to have been hollering at Drea's dude or he was trying to holler at her. And they tried to catch him up. when the only thing they did was make Chantel look like she was passed around. Like the boyfriend did not have any interest in Chantel and he put her off on another one of his friends. So it was not any point in that conversation taking place or they trying to expose something when in reality they didn't expose anything. But just to see a mother and a daughter behaving in that manner and making black families, we already have the spotlight on us with black TV. It's always messy. We haven't had any shows come close to the Cosby's, even though it was fake. That showed black success, black love. Love and hip hop, confrontational. Nobody on there has had a fair marriage, a successful marriage. If you want to consider success, Rashida and Kurt being able to hold a business down together and being lifelong partners without the commitment, without the ties of what a marriage holds, then I guess you could say they're successful. The side chick is on the TV, has a role in the show. I remember at one point in time, back in our grandmother days, in our great grandmother days, the side chick wouldn't dare come forward and expose anything she was doing with the man. She was too afraid to. She never came forward. And now the side chicks are being glamorized. They're getting a star role in the limelight. You don't even have to be married anymore. You just have to have a baby daddy by a successful man or someone that's in the spotlight. Chantel was wrong for coming on her mother's platform to disrespect and humiliate her. Absolutely. Chantel kept deflecting, only wanting to argue with Jackie instead of explaining how she felt. She came there with the ulterior motive. I could not agree with you more. She sure did. Yep, she did start with Drea boyfriend. Absolutely. And so it showed me at first, I'm not going to lie, I didn't indulge in this season like my dude did. Like my dude, he be watching these shows, you guys. I give it to him. He keep up with all the shows, Sisters and all of that. And me, on the other hand, I'm trying to keep up with my sisters' podcast or they lives when they have one going on every day. So I kind of fall behind with the shows, but I get a chance to catch little bits of it. Or when he just forced me to sit down and you don't never watch TV. So guess what? I watch TV. Now, I don't think Kurt and Rashida broken up, but I think Rashida's okay with playing the part. Rashida's okay with being the wife, being the lead player. She don't care what Kurtz does on the side as long as it's not on TV and it's not exposed. Don't get me wrong. She's gonna stay with him regardless, obviously, because she feels like she put so much into that. But it hurts her when it's more so exposed versus what everybody else thinks instead of how she feels. I think she's numb to her feelings now. Just like I think Yandy. Yandy more so care what the public think instead of what she feels. I think a lot of these women know that they men play around and they're okay with that as long as it just doesn't get brought to the front and the blogs don't catch it. Hey, Deani. I purposely think Shawnee and Evelyn set that up. Yep. And Chantel, all three of them had an agenda to drag Jackie and humiliate her. I could not agree with you more. And I think next season, Chantel will not be on there again. Chantel could have had something great. She could have been a positive person on the show. She could have been a mediator. She could have even tried to mend things with her mom in a different way. She's sitting up there arguing. She has all these negative things to say about her mom, but not once did she come forward and let us know what she's angry about. You should have went to therapy first before you brought it to the TV. That makes more sense. So clearly to me and the world, she was trying to be messy. She had a motive. She came there with the agenda and it backfired on her. But wasn't Yandy cheating first? Yep, that's what, well, you know what? They say she's cheating now. She was cheating with the personal trainer. And to be honest, I believe she probably was when Medici was gone all that time. I believe Medici fully committed to Yandy only when he realized he could profit from it. If this can go far, I could be on TV. He was liking her, yeah, he was feeling her, but he decided to make it official, and anything else from his past, he just act like it never happened. He just ran with Yandy's storyline. Because we all know he was living with his first baby mama. They had an apartment together. He bought her a car before. Tasha is talking about it right now. Wow. Hey, Mama 3. It's good to see you, beautiful. Please support Ashley by sending superstars and super stickers. We're going to catch up on Tasha T. I know Tasha be striking people if you play her stuff. So I'm going to listen to it so we can give our observation about it later. We'll have a part 2 to this whole conversation. Yeah, she won't be back. Yeah, and that could have been something that she could have contributed to her family. Another decent income. You know, she could have eventually took over for her mom once her mom retired. But now her past has been dug up as well. They said she messed around with her cousin boyfriend. Chantel allegedly has a not so clean slate when it comes to her background. Jackie punched her in the face. Will forever be a Mimi. Sad way to go out. Yep. And I would have punched her too. I'm lost when it comes to reality TV. It's okay, Mama 3. I'm going to be catching us up. We'll have a once or twice a week. I'm just saying, let's talk about it. But today is an open topic. We can talk about anything. If y'all want to talk about our sisters' lives from earlier, shout out to TC Chronicle. If you have missed her live, please make sure you check it out. And our sis Tiff the Gift was live. I don't think right now she's private in her lives. People are using her content. But they both was live earlier. TC was live not too long ago. It's on my community wall if you have not checked her out or subscribed to her channel. But she messed the whole bag up trying to be messy and go against her mom. It never worked out well for you when you have malicious intent behind certain things. You think you're going to come up off doing somebody else wrong. First of all, whose platform it is. You coming into her territory. And you think you're going to come up off of her by dragging her? No. After this show, we won't even remember you. You are a guest. You are in her world. She's not coming to your world. You're coming to her world starting trouble. And now you're going to leave off next year and we won't even think twice about you. And when we see you, we're going to think about how Jackie punched you and how you deserved it. Period. This was your final and last resort to come on TV and accuse her of all these things and not go to therapy? That's your mother. She couldn't have gave you that bad of a life. You stayed with her. We know Jackie don't have it all there, but you went about things wrong. And you're going to take a L forever because of that. And those same women that were bigging you up, talking to you on the phone, they're not going to risk their spot on this show over you, over supporting you. We see how they voted, what's her name? Off the show, even when she wasn't in the wrong. And I liked her. And there was a little colorism with that. But she's no longer on the show because they voted her off. Hey, Yasmin. Hey, y'all. I'm late. What we talking about, Chantel? Yep. We talking about Chantel right now. If anybody else Excuse me. I'll be listening and learning. Okay, Mama Three. If anybody else would like anything, it's open topic today. We can discuss it. It really shows that there's a lot of toxicity between mothers and daughter. It is, and it's highlighted in our Black community. And it should have been brought about in a different way. Ashley Mama said, hello. You know, she is riding shotgun with me. Gotta take her. Oh, hey. Hey, Mama. Okay, sis, tell her I said hello. I know you'll be listening. I forgot what today was. But yes, it's very embarrassing and very disheartening to see the toxicity and how dysfunctional that everything when it comes to us Black people as a whole in our community. You know, even from the start with Ray J and Princess, and I'm gonna take it back a little bit, use an example far as marriage. We knew they shouldn't have been married. We saw how toxic they were, how much they broke up on and off, how it was just a back and forth pull with them. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna get married. The families didn't approve of it. Ray J family didn't want him to grow up and step up and be a man. They babied him. They blamed Princess for everything, right? But they got married anyways. Now, think about this. They created soul ties with each other and brought kids into this toxicity, into this marriage that was doomed from the start. So imagine that now the kids are definitely coming from a broken home. And then they're going to be raised that way. And then it's more generations to come. That's the type of stuff I don't like. If you want to be single, if you want to do you, why hold your partner back? You know, why do stuff like that? I don't agree with those type of things. Hey, sis Tiff. It's open topic. Right, when Ray J threw Princess in that pool, I knew they were doomed. It, girl, me too. That's exactly what I was thinking about when I used them for an example. What do we see on TV far as Black love that we can say, wow, that's a good example. Black love, we saw Remy Ma and Papoose. And to see how that went, and to see Remy smashing somebody else that's beneath her husband while she's calling him broke, right? This man doesn't even have a network online. Oh yeah, he does, $100,000. You know, but she's calling her husband broke, airing him out after she is the one who got caught cheating. And we saw him quiet for so long, so long, so long. Just go about his business, try to just ignore it and it'll go away. But finally, it was that one personal hit when she mentioned his son where he had to respond. Just like Tamara, Tia and Tamara, right? Tamara got bored with her marriage. I thought she was going to come out with some type of accusations about her husband being emotionally abusive, physically abusive, something to the lady. I assessed so many of their old videos, so many old interviews of each other. Yes, the body language was off. The chemistry was off a little bit. He seemed like an introvert. He seemed like he was more laid back and she was more comfortable with their interviews. But I didn't think it was anything that I could have saw in that relationship to where I would have thought she wanted to walk away. Hey, Teacher T. Welcome in, sis. And then I waited that year. And she said, marriage is like a graduation. You graduate from it. And then you move on. And that was a part of your life. And you had built these things together that were amazing and great. So your kids was in the process of your graduation, right? I'm sorry, but I'm not making around here making kids without thinking in my mind the possibility of being forever, at least with the intent, or at least trying to. And I'm saying, even in when I was 25, now whether we are together or not, that's fine. But I'm not going to go around and just have kids with people that I can't see tomorrow future or a possibility of one with. And just to see all these people just doing things just for TV, just for the moment, like Safari and Erica. Come on. We knew that was doomed. The man was crying on his wedding day at the altar, and he wasn't crying full of excitement. He was crying full of regret. He, in the back of his mind, he was thinking, oh my God, how long do I have to be in this role? Oh my God, I'm marrying Erica Loudmouth. She whines so much, she complains all the time. Like, come on. There aren't really any good examples of married Black couples, relationships. They're only like a highlight. The relationships that are toxic and broken, just like Tyler Perry, Mona Scott, yep, and Natalie Nunn. Girl, you ain't lying. And even prime example, and yes, I'm going to go there. Even what we've seen, people try to put on a brave face. We saw examples being given to us from TC and from Tiffany. We watched a video where we saw the difference in the actions, one relationship to the next. One person is being cheated in that relationship, given less of that person, but they're there. Hey, Peacock on the run. So you can't help but a part of you feel bad because you're a woman, and you know that she can say it doesn't hurt her, it doesn't bother her, but it does. If it bothers us to watch, if it makes us grit our teeth like ugh, then imagine how she feels, but she takes it. And to me, love is loving someone and being loved back, if not more. Now, there can be two different kind of loves. There can be loving yourself enough to love that person enough to let them go. And if it wasn't meant, it just wasn't meant. We don't have to leave off on bad terms. We don't have to hate each other. But I love you enough to let you go. It just didn't work. Or I'll get over it eventually. I might be hurt now, but I'll get over it. I feel like you're being held hostage because it's the polygamy idea. It's the idea of having this life of, prime example, cheaper to be together versus be divorced. Let's be honest. If it was divorce time, they've been together all these years. Alimony will have to be paid. Two households will have to be taken care of. That's going to be very expensive. So what is cheaper? To stay together in one household under one family structure environment. And I don't think that's fair because someone is going to get the short end of the stick and someone will get left out and cheated. Now, everybody, welcome in. We have open topic today. Give me something you would like to discuss. Come on, come on, come on. Welcome in, everyone. And I had a goal of 12 super stickers, so I need 10 more. Welcome in, exclusive. Delvin. It's pick a topic day. I've been jabbing on for 31 minutes. I'm waiting on you guys to pick a topic. Do you guys want to keep talking about love and hip hop? Do you guys want to talk about Peacock, what we feel, what we think? Do you guys want to talk about how we would feel if we were in that situation? Delvin. Yo, I'm so highly disappointed in my son. I ain't even gonna hold you up. He threw a whole pizza away with 2 slices eaten out of it. And I feel like that is so wasteful. Popeye said Peacock. Okay. So I think I told you guys a few days ago, right? That we were going to hear what the psychic lady had to say about the peacock, right? Yeah, Ray J knows what happened to Whitney. I could not agree more. I could not agree more. I think that was part of his sacrifice. DJ! Sorry, y'all, my son just came off of practice. Come here, little fella. What you say, baby?
That tastes so good.
Good. Let me tell you something. Why you waste that pizza like that?
He had just said something. Oh no, it's like it was good pizza. But I don't know, like I just wasn't hungry for like a time, like
I know, baby, but
I couldn't give it away.
yeah. I don't like you wasting people's time. Right? I love you. I was practice.
Right?
So y'all still went outside?
You gotta plan that.
Yeah, I still think you don't go outside. You ready to, well, you could, just take something for now and then eat it for a while after you shower. So you can eat as much as you want. We have all of that. You get
This is my favorite chicken that y'all make.
when I fry the little wings. Ray J is crying out for help, especially when he was on Cam Newton's show. Other day, he was crashing out. I believe it's been a long, long time that Ray J has been crying out for help. Yo, where is this psychic lady at? Hold on, y'all. I know her show not. Hold on, y'all. Where is? Hold on. Thought that was her name on here. Let me see. Because I know he's been crying out for 13 years. He sure has. Ray J said some disturbing stuff about Kim Kardashian and the mother. He spoke out in regards to the video. He said he was the scapegoat. He said Kim Kardashian mother knew about the video. She had them shoot the scene over. Did you guys ever hear about Ray J giving Kim a golden shower? And in that golden shower, the people said it's too nasty, it's too ratchet. You have to do something different. So they went back to the people after they shot another scene. They did that sex tape over. Everybody blamed Ray J like he was the one that put that tape out. Think about it. Ray J was famous. Kim wasn't. Kim came up off that tape. Her and the family. Her mom been an opportunist since she was young. And Ray J one day came on live and was like, I'm going to speak my truth. I've been getting blamed for this for the longest. They knew about this tape. Yep. Okay, so we're going to take a vote in the chat. I found it. Okay? If you guys want to keep talking about what we're talking about, press 1. If you want to hear what the psychic lady said about Kevin, press 2. Because the Ray J stuff is good too, and the celebrity stuff. So I'm giving you guys a chance to pick what you want. Okay, so we have 1, 2. Hey, Shalom. Popeye's press it twice. You guys gonna have to vote though. Come on now. Popeye's not the only one in here. Come on now. Wait, is her channel take it down? Let me see. So we have 2. I'm at work listening, whatever we waiting on. We need to know what Kavina doing. Oh, so we just taking a vote. What, keeping it real. I'm good. Whatever you choose is fine. Thank you, exclusive. I see you was, so we'll thank you, Popeyes. Oh, I appreciate you, sissy. Let me see. So this is how we gonna do this there. Popeyes gave the most supers. So let me see. Popular. Oh, thank you, Shalom. Oh, thank you, Popeyes. Y'all helping me meet my goal. I haven't met my goal in quite some time. So we're gonna do the Kevin, and then we're gonna move around a little bit. But I did promise you guys this video, so I'm gonna get it out the way. Let me see. Once I find it, I know it's not deleted. Kevin might have wrote her, delete this video now. Kevin Samuels, Kevin Hart. I wonder, did he ask this lady to delete this video? When I tell you this lady be so powerful, what she say? Hold on. Let's say Kevin Samuels. Oh. Oh. I know that video in here. Hold up. Wait a minute now. Kitty Kevin. Yes, Kitty Kevin. I'll probably contact this lady. This lady is cold with what she say. And when I heard it a long time ago when I was his friend, I'm like, oh, that's so mean. I can't believe somebody will say what she's saying, somebody, and now I'm like, shh, what she's saying makes sense. I don't put anything past anyone anymore. How can you? People is reckless. So I'm just going through her lives real quick. It might be on one of her lives. Because someone asked for the reading on him. Was it a year ago, I wonder? Let me see. It shouldn't be that hard to find it. She hit it on the nail. She did. She sure did. It was deep. That's why I want y'all to hear this. Let me see. You know what?
And they have they bootleg, booted busted ass niggas and dirty black bitches to fuck with them and be the conscious image, the conscious energy they knowledge they give to draw you in. As they drawing you in,
She might have changed her name to something. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me see.
Giant power, penis power, something, and put Kevin's at because people say this Kate Tyler. Welcome to this segment of AKT Celebrity Reads. This is a spiritual reading for entertainment purposes only.
This might not be.
It's going to be a brief reading I've been going through something and feeling really, really sick for the past 3 days. I really thought I was going to die. I mean, it's not only I was getting congestion and I let the house stay hot because I didn't want to turn the air on. I wanted my body to sweat, but at the same time, for some reason, I've been thinking about Kevin Samuels.
Okay, not the Kevin. Hold on.
I've been thinking about Kevin Samuels.
Nope.
And I've never said anything about him.
I think he wrote this lady to talk. Hold on. Let me see. Can't be. Can't be. We got it in here. Hold on. I wanted to tell this lady to take it down. I know it's so unprofessional to look for this stuff, but you used to could just go right to stuff, and now it's not. It's weird that it's not all of a sudden in here like that. Let me see. Look, Dirk. Um, okay, we ain't gonna stay here for too long, y'all. I'm gonna have to see. Okay, this all right, sis. Thank you. This is I'm gonna send you. With my Dragon Blood Sage. So that's her channel. One of my sisters are gonna be on the lookout for me. Meanwhile, we could just keep talking until hopefully we run across it. But I will say this about the whole situation and everything. The funny thing is, whenever we say something, we bring it to the light, we speak on it, all of a sudden they reappear and it's like they role play and they do something different. Jamie was spoken on today and how she's been being disrespected in the marriage. She's been put last and she's the wife. And what do you know? A video appears where Kevin is taking Jamie out and they having fun. And it's just like, if you got to live your life, and if it's real, it's real. But you have to rearrange and change your life around, even though you claim you're happy, even though you claim you all agreed on this lifestyle. Regardless of what people say or how they view you, it is what it is. You won't care what people think. But that's not who you are. That's not who you've been. And you'll never grow out of that mindset. Now, it's one thing if you being lied on and you feel like, okay, I want to come forward. I want to, clear something up. Because we all as content creators felt like we've done that at one point or another. I've done that recently. However, you have so many videos that you put out where people were defending you, breaking down your content. You don't relive the same stories over and over again. How many times do you have to prove yourself through the same content that you're showing? If it's a lie, if it's not true. Who goes above and beyond to try to prove to people that this is who we really are? We're just loving people. This is our normal life. No, what you see is what you see. I could care less what you think. But that's not the case with them. And it's sad. It really is. And it's more so sad for the kids. That's what I feel like. Even though the kids are grown, I feel like when parents introduce their kids to those type of lifestyles, it confuses the kids. Look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. It's like her son and her daughter at one point in time, they switched. The daughter was more like the son is still more like the daughter. It's confusing when you see your parents living so freely. You know, your parents claim to be married, but now your mom is dating other people. Sometimes she's probably dating women. Your dad is dating women, dating men. Like, that's a lot for the kids to take in. And then you want to say legacy. Legacy is what we want to create. Legacy is the word we keep hearing getting thrown around. Well, what about your legacy that's already here? You didn't have a problem walking away from that legacy for 5 years. Why not nurture the legacy that you already created and pour into that instead of creating something else? It's not about legacy. It's about your own selfish needs. It's about you getting your rocks off. It's about what this person make you feel versus the commitment you made and your truth. You cannot sit and tell us polygamy is not for the selfish and it's we're doing this because we all decided to do this. All of you aren't sharing each other. It's you sharing two women. They're not sharing each other. Like I said a very long time ago, it's not like for Lacey to sit up and say it was her idea and it was something that she thought of, right? Why, why would she think of that when she's not sharing a partner? It's not a partner that they both picked. It's a partner that he came back home and showed up with. This is who we doing polygamy with. We're going to have the title of the marriage. We're going to pretend that this is a union we all put together. Meanwhile, we split the house up. I live this way with you, live that way with her. But she the one said for years she was thinking about another wife. Another wife for what? Not to cook, not to clean. You're not needing anyone extra to take care of the kids. You don't have little kids. Everyone is taking care and fending for themselves. So what would be the reason? And Jamie wanted a polygamy relationship. Besides you marrying and growing up in a Christian home, but yet you're saying that you feel like no one should be committed to one person. I don't understand that when you married under those terms and conditions. Are you guys here? We got to get active in the chat. Ashley D gonna go get on her son nerves. Now that was one of the topics that was picked. Let me see. Okay, so we touched on it. We touched on Medici. We touched on Ray J. I heard DJ said it was so good. I'm trying to think what else is there. What's your views on boycott for August 1st? What's my views on the boycott for August 1st? You know about that? What's my views on the boycott for August 1st? Do you know about that so far? Let me see. Boycott. Give me 1 second. I'll know in 1 second. So what are we supposed to be boycotting August 1st? And I will give you my views. Let me see. A national boycott, Walmart, McDonald's. Oh, I can do it. It's that Black America won't be going to African braiding shops no more. Wow. Can I be honest? I don't go to them anymore. When I lived where I just moved from, I would go to them in a spare moment when I need my hair braided really quick. But far as having to go to them, I don't have to. But they say we're supposed to be boycotting McDonald's and Walmart. I'm gonna have to pull my son away from McDonald's
We just do that stuff.
because all of disrespect against black people getting our hair done. Yep. We are the reason that a lot of majority of things stay open if we're honest with ourselves. Oh, I just Googled it and it said the Walmart and McDonald's. But you said it was just the black braiding salons. I see it's restaurants, retail stores too. Yep. So I'm definitely going to do some more research. And tomorrow, when I come back, I will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I will definitely give you my opinion on it. If we're going to boycott it together, we're going to stay online for a couple hours. If we got to hang in there together, we're going to do it together. Yes, it's big on TikTok. Okay, I'm gonna look into it. What do you feel about that? I think that depending on I'm gonna be real, okay? I don't think we support our black businesses enough. Not African American, but black businesses, right? I feel like we do have certain beauty supplies that are open by black people, right? But those don't get supported enough like the Chinese people, Asian people. Their businesses thrive a lot more, but I will say this, they have a lot more things that they have in their stores versus the black stores because they're just open. They have way more things in there, and a lot of those people half of the time be racist. They don't want to touch our hand, but they want our money to touch their cat. Wait a minute, you said the nail shop too? Hold on. Mamas, I could do it. I'm just messing with y'all. I need a feeling though. My mama told me it's just one day. But I think that there's a lot of talented nail techs, online and stuff, don't charge half of the price that we should pour into and we should promote.
One day
They trying to
show them how much our money means to them.
Yep. My mom says she think they're just trying to show them for one day how much our money means to them and how much of an impact we have in society because they act like we don't matter to them. But we're keeping your businesses open, a majority of people,
I don't know. I haven't read.
both black African, both black Americans, they do support me too. I agree about that. I'll just stick to doing my own hair. And the sad thing is, a lot of them do charge too much, and a lot of those businesses try to get down on their own people. I do agree about that. It'd be ridiculous charging this amount for a sew-in, and then you already paid all this money for the hair, the best hair. So it's just like you have to have your certain people you go to for this, go to for that. Like I have the Dominicans I like to go to, which my mom goes to for her blowout. That's what I will go to for my ends clipped and stuff like that. I don't get perms. Hey sis Fee, how you doing, Queen? And it never be on time, but be one deposit cent. That's true. Yep. I cannot agree with you more. It's a lot of things that we need to change on our hand as well when it comes to our black people. Even how we present ourselves on TV. Like I watch so many shows, you guys. So many shows where people get pulled over. They don't have a license. They don't have insurance. They don't have the right stuff they need to be driving in the first place, but they get behind that wheel and they drive anyway, right? They take penitentiary chances. And then they get mad at the cop. Now the cop like, I'm going to let you go free, but um I'm towing your car. And they start fighting with the cop. And I'm like, dang, y'all, now y'all know y'all wrong. He letting you go free, and then they wind up in jail and a car towed. And sometimes you do run into a cop that's a jerk, but a lot of these times, these cops know they on camera. So a lot of the shows I see, I be like, dang, why they doing the most? He said, they can call somebody to come get them, or he not gonna take them to jail. It be just little stuff like that, and I feel like our people need to educate themselves more on how to act when the police get behind you, or when you're in the wrong. Learn to back down from certain stuff. We don't have to be so defensive about everything. Hey, Veronica, sis. Good to see you, boo. Huh? Oh, you sit on the sofa. Why, you got something need to go in there? Um, yep. Yeah, please help Ashley reach her goal. The Africans just capitalize where the Black Americans lack to make the most profit. Absolutely. I agree. African is the reason why my hair was pulled out when my braids was too tight. It was too tight. And the lady had the nerve to tell me she'll sell some oil to me instead of her giving me the oil because my braids was too tight that you pulled my hair out the scalp. A nice chunk. Now I could have went in there on some gangster stuff and went crazy, loco on the lady. Anybody in it? What is that? DJ Delvin. I don't know what my son be doing upstairs. You know what's a hot one for me? How can families deal with family that talks about suicide? Wow. Okay, elaborate a little more, Veronica. What you thinking like? It's a hot one for me. How can family deal with family that talks about suicide? Like, okay, give me an example of what I want to know more. What family should do when faced with that. Hey, Miss Colt. My bad. Mrs. Cut you off with the quickness. My bad. I'm looking at what Veronica saying and half saying your name. How you doing, Queen? Good to see you, boo. Okay. I want to know more what family should do when faced with that. When faced with having to speak on that or faced with being in that situation. What are you thinking like? Or how should families educate themselves more on it? Because that's what I wanted to come back. It's a lot of things that they don't have enough information on. And a lot of people don't watch TV, they just come to YouTube. So when I came back to my channel, you guys, I wanted to be the channel that uplift people, the channel that had a positive message as well as kept everybody up on the latest news. Not to mention able to deal with grief. I was not taught as well how to deal with certain things when it came to that. So I kind of took it rougher than the normal person might have, which I don't think. I feel crazy even saying that. But a lot of our so Veronica, just elaborate a little bit more so I can I want to be able to answer you the right way, baby. I want to know more what families should do when faced with that. What families should do when faced with losing someone due to suicide. Is that what you're trying to say, sis? or how to talk to someone that's thinking of suicide. I am going through this with my sibling, and I know it's hard to deal with. I want to be educated more on it. So, is your sister having those thoughts, or you lost her? I am going through this with my sibling, and I know it's hard to deal with. Um, so yeah, I would say this.
My sister died. And
Can you come here, Mom? I have someone that can give a little quick insight on that subject. Okay, this is my mother.
when when I was 19, my sister and I were 2 years apart, and she attempted suicide. We found her um, on a sofa in the living room. She had gotten up that morning. I asked her if she wanted to go hang out. We were like Ashley and my daughter that passed away. We were like twins. We were best friends. And she just kind of shook her head and said no. And I said, you always want to go and do things when you want to do things. Not 4 hours later, my aunt went in the living room and shook her, and she was wrapped in a blanket and checked a pill bottle. I didn't know, but my mother had taken her to the doctor for depression, and she was on some medication, and she was out. And so they called the ambulance, and my mom went in there, called my dad. He came running home, and she was saying, "Why?" And she just said, "Mama, I just don't want to live anymore." So they rushed her to what was then like a, what do you call a place that you take DJ to?
Med center.
Like a med center. And they said, "Ma'am, we're putting this thing in her, but she doesn't want to cooperate. She doesn't want us to get everything up. She actually is fighting against it." So they rushed her to the hospital. Eventually they got it out, and the doctor said, "Okay, we've gotten this far. She's going to be okay, but we need to get her in counseling because we need to know why this happened." And to be honest, I had not planned on being married at all. It wasn't on my mind. I slept on the floor in that ICU for weeks, waiting on my baby. I went in there every morning to see her. I went, I left the hospital, went down the street to City Hall, and married Ashley and Chastity's dad. He was my first boyfriend. I came back and she liked him. And she couldn't talk because she had all these things in her mouth. And I said, "I'm married now. You can come live with us." In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm getting married. She's going to live with me. And whatever is going on with her, I'm going to fix it. And she's going to be okay. And she was happy about it. Days went by. I got up that morning, went to her room, and she was unrecognizable. Her face was so swollen. Her stomach was so big. And I started screaming, and the nurses came, and she said, "The doctor is on his way." I called my mother and them. Everybody rushed there. They took a while. They brought us in the room. They said that she had a tube. A tube that had slipped out of her left lung, and she had set up pneumonia. They were taking her to surgery. They took her to surgery. They were in there forever. Then they called all the family back to this room, and they're saying that there was a word that he used that we didn't understand at the time. And he said she had, I don't even remember what it was. And so my aunt was like, "What do you mean? She died?" And he's like, "Yeah, she died." And I'm saying, "No, no, no. You're wrong. No, no, no." And my mom grabbed me by my leg and she said, "Sheila." She said, "I need you to be strong for me. And I gathered myself, and it hurt so bad. And honestly, I never expressed it to anybody. I can remember my husband getting ready to go to work. You know, his ass was abusive, if you kind of followed us just a little bit. But he was getting ready to go to work, and this was the first time I let it out, my feelings, and I was crying. And he said, "Look, I need you to get it together because I have to go to work." So after that, I never said anything to anyone about it. I think it's important that people find therapy, talk to your friends, or hell, you can talk to Ashley about it. If you all need to come on her page and just, it's so hurtful. The only thing I could do, and it's gonna sound crazy probably to you all, is whenever my mind would go to Sharon, I would take my head and I would shake it like, I don't know if you all remember the etch a sketches back in the day, where you could draw on this little tablet and then you shake it and then it's blank and then you start all over. That's what I would do. For years, I just shook my head and cleared my mind and went on with my day. Now it's many, many years later, and I still miss her so much. And no, we never found out what happened or why she did it. We thought that maybe she would have been pregnant or something, but none of that. We just never found out. So, and that's it. Maybe some therapy, or talk to a pastor, or talk to family, or you can talk to me if you need to talk to somebody.
Oh,
No, really, baby. And that's a very hurtful thing. And then my mother and I were best friends, and she passed away, and it hurt so bad. But then I had two people, and I have people that say, "I know how you feel about your daughter because I had a sister that passed away, my mom passed away." And I say, I lost my dad, I lost my mom, and I lost my sister. But this right here, losing a child, there is absolutely nothing like it in this whole world. I feel like half of my soul is gone. And you know what? I've gone on to another subject. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
you okay, man? Sometimes venting is just it's it's healing and it's cleansing, and you don't often talk about this. So when you started, I just allowed you to finish. You know, and I'm always here for you.
Love you so much.
I love you too. So I would suggest more than anything, you guys, that you build a safe space with your sister where she wants to talk to you about it. And if even, let's do this, okay? If you don't think you get in there with her about that, they even have therapy online where she can do a live if her insurance covered. You know, if she have Medicaid, they have it online. My, they said thank you. And I will also do something on my channel if you guys want. You know, we can have something on suicide awareness where we talk about depression and things like that. I've talked about depression before. You know, sometimes I be wanting to have the open topic so someone to just jump in, and if it's something serious they want to talk about, I'm open to that. This doesn't always have to be about celebrities. If you follow my journey, I spoke on all these things. I spoke on battling with depression, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. I came back to YouTube speaking on grief. And I don't want you to have to grieve your sister due to not exploring enough options. My mom was basically saying she thought she had time, and we never know when is our time. We never know what that person is thinking. So, after today, sis, I would definitely, if you want me to do something on a certain day, I'll do it. If you think your sister will listen and give us the time, because sometimes we just go through different phases in our life where we stressed out, and we just need time to get past that phase. I've been through a phase where before any of this happened to me, I thought I was stressed out, and then that passed over. Sometimes it could be a job situation or relationship, or sometimes we feel like one thing go wrong, it's another, and then it's like a trigger effect. It's just downhill from there. When in reality, our mind is allowing these things to go wrong and make them more than what they are. It could be the basic things of life going wrong. But now, since I'm in this depressive state, everything is going to be as worse to me in this moment than it normally is, because I'm looking for that. You have to open that door where your sister feels comfortable enough talking to you, because you don't want to lose her mentally. You don't want her to check out. And also, thank you, keeping it real, sis. The national hotline for suicide. You know, she got to know that if she doesn't want to talk to you about that, if she's uncomfortable right now, she can reach out to these people and they listen. They'll give her advice. Sometimes people don't realize, but they really do need some depression medicine or mood stabilizer and things like that. And that doesn't mean you have to be on them forever, but that just means you at a low point right now and you try to shake it on your own. You may have been to a therapist or a doctor, or you can't even get out of the bed to get to a doctor or a therapist. But you have to force yourself to do it for you. Do it for your kids, do it for your family, do it for your siblings, your partner. The world needs you, even your job. We have people out here that put on a happy face, pretend that everything is okay, and then they go back home and fall apart. She's not alone. It's so many people out here in that same situation, and we definitely got to take it serious. Keep it real, it's my baby sister. Just scared for her. She's all I have left. Wow. Hey, Yolanda, sis. Good to see you. Jobs can be draining you mentally. Yes, they can. Absolutely. They definitely can. She is going through depression and stress bad. I want you to take down that number, suggest that to her, and let her know that, it's okay to not be okay. But you would not be okay if she's not here. And she's all you have left. And explain to her how the domino effect would be. I had to tell myself that, you guys. People couldn't believe that I felt like I wanted to die when I lost my sister. They said, how could you want to die? I said, how could I not want to die? What do you mean? I'm dead inside. So they said, you would leave your son? And to be honest, I'll be honest. I didn't think that deep in that moment. I just wanted my pain to stop in what I was feeling inside. So I felt like I'm dead anyway. He sees me grieving. He sees me crying. He sees his mom losing weight. She don't want to get out of bed. She don't want to talk to anybody. She don't even want to take the dog for a walk. Even the dog feeling sorry for me. So I had to tell myself this. And my mom actually helped me realize it. She said, where would your son be without you? What would his future look like? And I said, he'll be better off without me. She said, no, really, Ashley, think. What would you do to your son's future? And I had to think hard. I said, wow. When he was 12 years old, he lost his only auntie that was like a mother to him. So he grieved a mother and auntie into one, right? Then he grieved a family, a godmom, a goddad, which is my brother-in-law, who's not here with us. And then he grieved the things we did together as a family. So he has to wrap his mind around that. Now he has to wrap his mind around what? Losing his biological mother? I'm putting his whole future at stake with just a decision I'm making, being in that moment, feeling selfish. And I had a right to feel that way. I was hurt.
I felt that way.
You felt that way too?
I had decided.
I just wanted the pain to stop, you guys.
I had decided. My aunt and we had been in the church, and then we stopped going during this time. And my aunt and my uncle was there, and they would spend time with her.
Mm-hmm.
And they prayed with her, and she rededicated her life to Christ and everything. And so I asked my aunt afterward, I said, do you think it was sincere? And she said, oh yes. She was crying and everything. Because I had made up in my mind, whatever it took for me to see her again, whether going to heaven or hell, that's what I was going to do.
Yep.
Of course, I probably wouldn't have felt that way if I had you guys, but I had just gotten married. I didn't have any kids.
Yeah. So I even taught my mom to look at it like this, you guys. Like I said, with the domino effect thing. She married my dad with the intentions of fixing whatever it was that she thought she had time to fix with her sister, right? So think about this. Her sister sacrificed her life for me and my sister to be here. If that would have never happened with my auntie, my mom was going to be a nun. I'm sorry. She was such a sweet, just Christian, just read her Bible all the time. She was something else. And if that would have happened, Ashley D would have never been here. Even though I think the preachers would have been, the pastors would have been raping her. Priests would have been raping her. Sorry, I had to make y'all laugh. The priests would have been trying to get at her. They would have been like, come in, Virgin Mary. But, hey, Oliver. Sorry, I always say Olivia. The domino effect. You hurt generations to come. Your one decision can impact everyone. And that's what I want you to take to your sister to think about. Even in her moment where she's going through what she's going through, right? Not only she will hurt you, but then she will hurt her nieces, because now you're hurting. And she will hurt her mother as well. Everyone in that family will suffer from that one decision she makes, and it will never be the same. And I thought about that for my mom when she said, what about my son? I love my son more than life itself. I love my son more than anything. And I didn't think about that in that moment until my mom pulled me out of that cloggy headspace. And maybe that's what you have to do for her. We're going to speak a lot more on depression and things like that as well, because going through depression, sometimes we have to make choices we don't want to in order to better our health and for the better of our children and our family around us. And that is getting treatment, getting the help we need. Your sister will get past this, but she has to recognize this is a problem that won't last and occur forever. Our mother has been gone 10 years now. Rest in peace to her. I'm so sorry about that. But that's even more of a reason for her to fight. You is all she has. Y'all have each other. Like my sister used to say, without you there is no me. And you say that to her, and I guarantee you she will understand that. Without you there is no me. It's almost that what she want, the pain to stop. She have 4 girls, still stair steppers. Wow. Her pain, she think may stop in that moment, but generational curses will be created and pain will continue on in that family. Not only for you, because you can love your nieces, you can do as much as you can to be there for them, even while you're grieving, but it won't be the same as their love from their mother. And that's what she has to understand. She has to go get some help. If I was you, I'll tell her, I'll come over there by her tomorrow and say, let's make you a doctor appointment. I'll help you. Take some time out. She go to the doctor with her, and be there for her in that moment and let her know I'm not going anywhere until you get the help you need, sis. I'm gonna tell myself I tried and we explored every option together. No problem. That's what we here for. This channel is for all of us, you guys. Anybody have any questions? I'm happy that we figuring it out. Hey, Miss Dee Dee, love you. And we all together. I know this is a touchy topic. I know the conversation definitely has switched and stuff, but I'm glad at least we're getting it out. Even my mother, I know she wanted to explain. I wanted her to explain. I'm glad she did for her, because she holds a lot in. She's a very strong person. Um, let's see. National Prayer Line, you guys. Thank you. Ooh, yes. Yes. I should have my dad come on here and pray one day. That'll be nice. I can't wait till I start doing family content, you guys, and you all can see my family and get a feel for them. What's going on? Who live now? Tell your mother I am sorry for her pain. Good. Mom? Okay, she went upstairs. That's, the crazy thing, you guys. Me and my mother can relate to each other in so many ways. What do you guys want to talk about now? I hope everyone gets the help they need. Absolutely. Yes. Prayers to everyone that they get the help that they need. And just know that there are better days ahead. We just have to get past this, and everything happens for a reason. Our storm in the moment can be our testimony. Maybe it's meant for your sister to speak over young people's lives and minister and let other women know that it's okay. This is only for a moment. This too shall pass. And it's to any of my people as well that's out in the chat. Bree called Don, and Don was on live playing the recording. What? Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Mm-mm. Today? Let me see. Wow. See, that's why it's hard. This is how I feel. When it comes to that situation, I detach myself mentally. That's why I could come on here and laugh, when I say stuff back and stick to exactly my point and who I'm addressing. I don't have to go this person, that. No, I move accordingly. Um, but when it comes to that, you gotta have an evil, bitter heart. Like, why even reach out to Bree? That's your niece's mother. What her and Robert got going on is just that. You, at one point in time, stayed in Bree's home. You made money off of modding for Bree. And you were supporting Bree. You say she's a fake DV victim, but yet, sis, you was the first one in line to go to the courthouse to get your brother locked up. Let's make that make sense, right? Oh, thank you, boo. Love you too. I'm always here for you. Always. I appreciate you as well. I don't know why she would do that, knowing she is dealing with, I know, grimy people. Let me hear what she had to say. She playing it now? Let me see.
You kill me with this baby voice. Why you be doing this baby voice? Amora. Girl, you do know. You are so silly. Why you acting like a baby? You a baby. You got baby siblings and you acting like a baby.
I can't even, y'all probably, I'm gonna end the live and let y'all go over there. I don't even want to play her live on my thing. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't. Why she called Don. I think Don might have reached out to her. I want to start a new live. Yep. That's what I was just thinking. I don't even know if I want to chime in on this, y'all. I can't believe she's entertaining her. You know what I think? I'm going to be real. I think Bree has come to a point in time in her life where she knows certain people she can't trust, but if she can make peace, like, we don't have to be on the internet beefing. I don't have no problem with you. We both went too far. So if we can come meet in the middle somewhere where you are my daughter's auntie, right? Besides the truth, who do Mooski have besides Toya? And Toya don't live close to them. Neither does Don. But I think Brianna feels like at the end of the day, if she could just, get right and they don't have to beef, then she'd rather be at that place. And I understand. She's a piece of work. Yep. I told her more. She had me on her short, calling me ugly. What? Who, Don? Don called somebody ugly? And she, let me shut up. Lord Shabbat. Ooh, ooh. Let me shut up. I just think everybody over there, Don is trying to get her some money. When the same day that Kevin and Toya got the arguing, Don jumped out. It's like the soonest a mess come and she feel like she could capitalize off of it, there she go. I don't think that that's cool. So, let's keep Brianna in our prayers because she is working against a lot of dark people. A lot of people want to see her fail. A lot of people don't want to see her succeed. She is under attack by a lot of people that I know, believe me, that they're dark. I entertain that company. I understand her stance, but those people are why they, those people are, oh, who they are. She is proving she ain't shit just by playing the conversation. Absolutely. Y'all gotta send me some super stickers. I ain't gonna keep playing this until y'all send me some super stickers or some cash app or something. I mean, everybody else is doing it. Why can't I? I mean, I'm gonna take a break for a second. Can y'all drop my super sticker? I mean, my cash app in the chat. I ain't gonna keep playing this recording. I ain't turn it to the devil for nothing. Like, who does that? Like, why? Why even reach out to her if you had malicious intent? Yep, me too. I think she needs to keep it moving, and her point is well proven. She dancing with the devil, and she don't need to deal with them. They don't even need to deal with Mooski. Mooski get old enough to decide she want to deal with the family and talk to them, then that's what she should. Other than that, I wouldn't deal with them. I would keep it moving because they do not deserve her time. They do not deserve her conversation, to hear her voice, because all of them have malicious intent, and the truth probably put her up to it. Probably not. Who knows? He probably wants the conversation to be switched back on him. He jealous of Kevin getting dragged. Drag me, please drag me. Drag me. Somebody drag me. I ain't been dragged in about 2 weeks. Let me go say hi to Tiffany. Let me go in Tiffany chat. He about it's about time for him to pop out on him more again anyways. And pretend like he defending Kevin. Stop talking about my brother. Leave my family alone. So somebody can bring him up. They a bunch of pathetic clout chasing people. The only people I think is genuine over there is Toya. Point blank period. Come on, Bree. Dawn of all people. Yep. Trust why she asking about twins. Exactly. You have one niece over here you should be concerned about that you probably didn't call on her birthday. You didn't send anything. Not even a card. It don't even have to be any money in it. A phone call, the thought that counts. But now you asking about twins? Like, you pathetic. Like, you can't, you gotta let it go, Brianna. I know you want Mooski to have people from her father's side of the family. And you have Toya. I think out of all people, you should start there. Take baby steps with that because y'all had, y'all run ins. But if you want someone that you know not finna put the recording out here, or at least you see that she not on that bullcrap with that family anymore, that will be the sister I would trust you talking to over the rest of them. And I know y'all have a history, y'all had a past, but that was the past. From the way I see it now, Toya know for a fact she can't trust any of them. So you don't have to worry about that anytime soon. Brianna is doing an excellent job. Yep. She is not the same person that she once was. And Robert damn sure can't manipulate her anymore. Point blank, period. Yep. And that's the problem. She passed Robert up. And Robert will never be back who he once was with Brianna. And he feels like somebody owes him something. And that's why Miss Season left this ungrateful butt. Miss Season left him. Now you know if Miss Season done moved on, done prayed for God to get rid of the demons and things like that, you know times is real. Now we could say, okay, he played on her top and he left her this and that. Okay, cool. But everything happens for a reason. At the end of the day, it's a good thing that he did that, because Robert didn't even deserve Miss Season. Miss Season was wrong for entertaining Robert if that was the case while he was with Brianna and while he wasn't divorced. I agree about that. But Robert also has tried to make Miss Season look like the fool again and again, and she knows in her heart that's not what she desires. She deserves better than that. I believe he used her too, absolutely. And she had to come to terms with this is just what it is. Think about it. We have a man dang on there, 50 years old, keep coming live talking about a career he don't have, talking about I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this, and I'm a that. You have to take it for what it is. Like, what are you doing? What should your girlfriend, your future girlfriend, have to take from you? You can be an influencer. You could be an entertainer. You could be anything you want to be. That doesn't mean you have to be disrespectful with it. That don't mean you have to entertain girls inappropriately. That's the problem. You're absolutely right. Robert can't get in her head. Yep. Oliver. Yeah, I'm just waiting for to come out, then be honest about him grabbing her around the neck like he did Bree. And it wasn't a calm her down either. Wow. Period facts. I think he got down to it and want to put crap past him. Yep. I wouldn't put crap past him either. I believe he left Season dragging in the wind. I agree. Exactly. I don't put nothing past him either. Nope. Robert used Miss Season for content, for probably finances, and to manipulate. Miss Season realized, even probably watching Amora, whether she wanted to hear it or not, I guarantee you, when she listened to Amora live, and she listened to quite a few of us that speak on the situation, in her mind, she knew that's not exactly what she wanted to be, and she wasn't being loved properly the way she wanted to be loved. She knows that. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure that out or to understand that. You're a grown woman. You were married for years. You know, your kids are doing well with themselves, going off to school. You having a house to yourself. You have a man that you have to babysit all the time. Finances aren't put together just yet. Finances up and down. He stay gone most of the time, but then you still got to pay for his dinner later on. His pocket's not matching the time he spends away. His pocket's not matching the women that he's entertaining. It's all an excuse. Oh, thank you, exclusive, for my super sticker. I appreciate you, sis. I really do. He used her just like he used Brianna. Yep. Brianna was used to elevate him. Absolutely. Elevate him, make his channel look family content, creative, have that family image, real husband gang, real father gang, all of that. Because he couldn't elevate himself. He couldn't even come back up. Just like he can't elevate himself right now. Exactly. Boom. To drag Brian the saga in the city page. See, it's time for me to lay down. I said the saga. Sage in the city. She was old enough to know better. I agree. Exclusive. You showing out. Thank you, boo, for my supers. I think I'm. Am I close to my goal? I think I'm there. Bree probably don't know she was recording her in Momo conversation asking about the twins. Wow. I feel like this, you guys. When you do wrong, the universe will spin around, and in Cali words, the universe will universe. And with that situation, I feel like even though Miss Season probably was lied to, she probably was manipulated, right? She probably was told when this divorce is final, me and my wife having problems, and she thought she was going to come in as the more older, experienced woman who was married, who's been there, done that, thinking she going to be a shoulder for Robert to lean on. She going to be there to put the pieces back together, help him save his channel, save his brand, and her reward was a faithful man committed to her. And how you start that relationship, how you put yourself out in that energy is exactly what you're going to get back. And unfortunately for her, that's how she started the relationship. She was already entwined in something that she should have waited. She should have made sure the ducks was in a row before she decided to jump in there. And that's why it kind of played out the way it did. You ready to eat, baby? Come here. And that potato's good. God, y'all, my son getting heavy. Lord. Was that your full weight? Do I need to you wash it? You throw all the clothes on that week right there. Yeah. You must got it recorded in your room. You heard me talking about you. You heard me. Baby, baby. Teenagers. Yeah, I can see that. He's always looking for the next thing. Yep, that will make him shine. Absolutely. He sure is. It wouldn't have mattered if she stepped in his life. That boy, keyword boy, yep, was not into her. You know what? It's this how I feel, okay? Miss Season is in the same age frame as Amora, right? Or you have to date on your level, maturity wise, experience wise, all of that. Robert is a fun person, fun boy, boy toy. You use somebody like Robert to go to the Beyonce concert, do fun stuff like that. I would have laughed at him. I wouldn't have entertained him relationship wise. He would have took me out to eat. He would have took me shopping. He would have bought me some shoes. But being an older woman, I would have said, nah, you can't fall for certain kind of people. And Robert, he wasn't mature enough. You was in a marriage that you had a successful husband, you was married for many years, and you may feel young inside, but he wasn't ready for what you wanted, which was long-term experience, commitment. Wow, she old enough to be Brianna's mom. Wow. Well, I don't feel sorry for Cecil because of what she did, the way how she entertained the whole situation. I agree. She should have came at it from a different stance. First of all, she shouldn't have had beef with Brianna because Brianna didn't do anything to her. You know, I still say that old lady unseasoned. So y'all is crazy. I want to take time to thank all of you guys for blessing me, blessing my app, blessing me with the supers and all the support. Um, Tomorrow I'm gonna try to do 2 lives. I'm gonna have my Krishan live going, and I'm also going to we'll have open topic Wednesdays, exclusive facts. No feeling sorry for. Nope, you can't feel sorry for someone who knew exactly what they signed up for and came out fighting when that shouldn't even been where she was going with this. When you enter a relationship and you put yourself a part of something, you should come in there as humble as possible, trying to be the resolution, trying to be the mediator. But it seemed like she came in with the raw, raw, raw. Is that old you talking about, Libri? Um, well, no, Don actually recorded Bree now. So they talking about that now. On her live, she recorded, I guess, her conversation with Momo, and she asked Momo about some twins. Who recorded their niece? Who recorded their niece on a live? So you know what? It's raining here, you guys. I cooked my dinner early. I'm about to spend some family time. I'm gonna be dipping in and out, ear hustling and listening. But I will tomorrow for sure. Probably do an hour live and keep my ear to the street to say this lady really recorded her niece. I think that's what our live tomorrow should be about. Who does that? No, it wasn't her fight at all. So that's what we're gonna be talking about later, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day as well, Mama 3. Thank you guys for being so supportive, rocking with your girl for this 2 hours. I appreciate. Oh, Sea Salt came in looking for a come up. Like I said, she thought this was a millionaire. So she did the same thing to Goldmouth. Remember, he was with the comedian Latrice Allen. What? Uh-oh. Mom, who you talking to upstairs?
Yeah. See,
Oh, Big Head. I
I
don't
know
know.
what to call him looking.
Because it is. I accidentally, oh, there you go. Okay. Don't forget to vote for Jackson. Okay. Laughing my butt off a millionaire. Y'all know I gotta go and y'all gonna keep on having me laughing and talking. Love you ladies. I'll be back tomorrow, probably afternoon. We might speak on the auntie that recorded her niece. Until next time later, much love. I'm out.